Hello, this is Lewandowska-Akhvlediani and I welcome you in Happy Tuesday, where I share practices to empower us leaders in such a dynamic business and life. Today, a very, very important practice I wanted to share. The practice I've actually created recently during my amazing, inspiring conversation with one of the so-called happiness officers. Thank you, Joanna, for this inspiration. In your role as a person responsible for making other people happy at work, or HR managers or so-called people managers, in your description of your role, you have this availability, that you should be available for any moment, for any person that can come and share the troubles, the challenges that he or she faces. And very often what you hear after this kind of moment, after this kind of conversation, is that people feel really relieved after talking to you. But, my dear friends, talking to you, I know that after those moments, you don't really feel light. You really feel heavy. Why? Because most probably you let other people treat yourself like a trash bin. And that's exactly why I have this requisite with me. This is a huge trash bin. Why? Because I want to inspire you to really protect yourself. And how this practice works, you just simply need a trash bin in your office. Of course, there is European different regulations on recycled things. Emotions are not being described in those regulations yet, but maybe we will figure out something. But how it works, seriously. This is a trash bin for difficult, unpleasant emotions. And when you see that the person is approaching you really with a high energy and unpleasant emotions, maybe anger, maybe fear, maybe some kind of frustration, I encourage you to prepare a piece of paper when you have one sentence written 5 times. And here comes the sentence. It starts with I feel, and here is a space for emotion, because, and here is a space for an event, for some facts. So how it works, you kindly invite this person to approach your room, and then you invite the person to sit down and have really 5 minutes for reflections. I feel the way I feel because this and that happened. Once the person describes the feelings and the events, the facts, then you invite the person to put that to the trash bin. So you are not anymore the trash bin, but the trash bin is actually the trash bin. So the recommendation for you is really try it out and share your inspirations, maybe share your practices, because by this you actually receive 2 kind of advantages. For yourself, you separate yourself from emotion of other people, because very often you do not protect yourself enough, and then you come back to your home, to your family, with being really touched with different stories and emotions of other people. So you protect yourself, and then you have actually constructive mode to support the person really. And what is the advantage for the person? Then you give really a moment of reflection. So you help a person to become aware of what are my feelings and what actually happened to me from my perspective. And that's exactly where both of you can meet and discuss the solution, discuss the moment. And this is how you can perfectly be constructive in your role as happiness officer or HR manager or any kind of people leader. Keeping fingers crossed for you, and if you like that video, you can share it with others to protect them. And if you like those videos, you can also subscribe to the channel. Keeping fingers crossed, and cheers for next week.
Skiddle-a-do, I said, Bill. Skiddle-a-do.